After months and months and months of negotiation, we finally got to the stage where the WBC World Heavyweight title fight between Bermane Stiverne and Deontay Wilder has finally been signed, apparently, and scheduled for the MGM Grand on January 17th. I've spoken about this fight before and given my opinion. And my opinion is both of these guys are untested and unproven. There seems to be this perception among many boxing fans that Deontay Wilder is the only guy who's unproven going into this fight, and that Bermane Stiverne is some seasoned campaigner. But I don't see it that way at all. Bermane Stiverne, other than Chris Arreola, his level of opposition has been just the same as Wilder's, if not maybe a little worse. And what's even more alarming about it is that Bermane Stiverne's got a loss on his record. He lost to a journeyman called Demetrius King. Now, I have seen that fight and it was a premature stoppage, but nonetheless, that's an L on his record. He also had a very, very tough fight with Ray Austin, a way over the hill Ray Austin, who was beating Bermane Stiverne on points in that fight until Stiverne caught up with him late and managed to stop him. He was behind in that fight against Ray Austin, people. So this is before the Arreola fight. And then he had those two fights with Arreola where, yeah, he did win. But what's Arreola ever done in the heavyweight division? He got stopped by Vitaly Klitschko, who even Derek Chisora managed to go the distance with. And Kevin Johnson and people like that. And he lost to Thomas Adamek. I mean, what's Arreola done to be such an amazing win for Bermane Stiverne? Don't get it twisted. Arreola's a tough guy. And he's got a decent amount of punching power and what have you, but he's never really been a top flight heavyweight. So, you know, Stiverne beating Arreola, is it that impressive? I mean, in the first fight, he boxed quite nicely. It was a tough fight, but he boxed nicely. In the second fight, he took a lot of shots on the ropes. He was actually behind at a point where he stopped Chris Arreola. So going into this fight with Wilder, I don't see this as an experienced guy, a proven guy against an unproven guy. I don't see it that way. I see it as two unproven fighters going up against each other, and we're going to find out who's the better man. That's how I see it. Now, Stiverne definitely has the more sound fundamentals. He has better balance. He's better coordinated, throws better combinations. His defense is far more structured. His just overall game is far more structured and textbook than Deontay Wilder's is. Wilder is very tall, as we know. He's like 6'6", 6'7". He's very gangly and ungainly. When he moves around the ring, sometimes he can look very clumsy. The way he throws his shots can be very unorthodox and clumsy. But when they land, you get the damn point. So it's an interesting matchup because Stiverne is very slow on his feet. When he was an amateur, Stiverne fought several tall heavyweights, people like David Price and Robert Helenius. But if you've seen the footage of Stiverne when he was an amateur, the guy was athletic. I don't know what he weighed. I'm guessing he probably weighed maybe 230 pounds, there or thereabouts. And he was far more athletic than he is now. Now he's like, what, 36, 37 years old? His body is just not athletic anymore. His feet are very, very slow. How is he going to cut down the distance? He's going to try and have to draw Wilder in. He's going to have to try and make Wilder overcommit and overextend his punches and then catch him coming in. That's what he's going to try and do. Maybe catch Wilder being a bit overzealous. But again, look at the Ray Austin fight. Are you saying that Ray Austin is better than Deontay Wilder? Are you saying that Wilder can't emulate what Ray Austin did? An old Ray Austin, an over-the-hill Ray Austin? You know, Stiverne has got plenty of holes in his game too. And like I say, the majority of it is the fact that he's very, very slow-footed these days. And his punch output is okay, but not that great. Wilder is definitely the athlete of the two. He has faster feet. Punching power, well, both these guys can punch. I would say Stiverne, I would imagine Stiverne's got the better chin. But when you've got punching power like Deontay Wilder, he might be able to even up the whole punch resistance equation. at the end of the day, all that matters is that one guy can hurt the other and vice versa. If Wilder can hurt Stiverne with one shot, then it don't matter who's got the better chin. Really. So it's an interesting fight. I'm very intrigued to see who wins it. I'm very intrigued to see who is the most impressive in winning. And drop your comments below. Who do you think is going to win this fight and why? If you've seen something which has convinced you that Bermane Stiverne is going to win this fight, let me know what it is that you've seen. Yes, we know that Wilder's been dropped in the past. He was dropped by some journeyman early on in his career. But again, Stiverne's been stopped. Stiverne's been outboxed by an old Ray Austin. What is it that you've seen that has convinced you that Bermane Stiverne is going to win this fight? What has convinced you? Because I'm not convinced. I can see how either one of these guys could win it, but I'm not convinced either way. Okay, if you've seen something that's swayed your opinion either way, I'd like to know what it is in the comment section below. Maybe you can, enlighten me on maybe something I've missed in one of these guys' fights or something like that. Maybe you can enlighten me, but I haven't seen anything that's convinced me either way. I think it's a very interesting clash. So drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel. This is Hatman. I'm out.